Glucose is the brain's default fuel. It accounts for roughly 20% of your total metabolic expenditure, despite the brain representing only 2% of your body weight. Under normal dietary conditions, neurons burn glucose almost exclusively. Hi, I'm Heather, and I build longevity protocols where biological system science meets the source code reality. But the brain has a second metabolic pathway that most people never engage. When glucose availability drops, either through fasting, carbohydrate restriction, or extended exercise, the liver begins converting fatty acids into ketone bodies: beta hydroxybutyrate, acetoacetate, and acetone. Ketones cross the blood brain barrier through monocarboxylate transporters and enter the neuronal mitochondria, where they're oxidized for ATP through a pathway that generates fewer reactive oxygen species per unit of energy than glucose metabolism produces. The last point is the one that matters for brain longevity. Ketone metabolism is cleaner. It produces the same energy output with less oxidative byproduct, which means less cumulative damage to mitochondrial membranes, less lipid peroxidation, and less of the oxidative burden that drives neuroinflammation and accelerates cognitive decline. Beta hydroxybutyrate also functions as a signaling molecule independent of its role as fuel. It inhibits class 1 histone deacetylases, which upregulates expression of BDNF and other neuroprotective genes. It activates the NRF2 antioxidant response pathway. It reduces NLRP3 inflammasome activation, which is one of the primary drivers of neuroinflammation. The brain does not need to run on ketones all of the time to get these benefits. Periodic ketosis through time-restricted feeding, extended fasts, or targeted carbohydrate restriction gives the neurons access to a fuel source that produces less damage and simultaneously activates protective genetic programs that glucose metabolism does not engage. Metabolic flexibility in the brain is not about choosing a single diet for the rest of your life. It's about ensuring the backup system still works so that you can get the benefits in the downtime.